Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing my 232nd Mezco Toyz 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of the mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, taking a look at the front of the box, we can see some incredible artwork of the original 5, and I absolutely love this packaging with that green background, very much paying homage to the original packaging of the vintage Toyz. And if we turn the box around, multiple images of the characters with all of their accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack these figures open and let them breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a set that we've been waiting for a very, very long time. I think it's really cool that we got the Ninja Turtles, and now we're getting the Power Rangers in the Mezco 112 Collective. I think it's super cool. We've already gotten green and white, so it's finally down to getting the final 5 here in this team. So I'm going to start off over here with Zach. I think he looks really cool. Now I'm going to kind of like go through these fairly quickly because they are all, again, pretty much the exact same figure for the most part when it comes to the men and then the females. I think the helmets all look really good. Dude, Zach's helmet looks awesome. I love the tusks right there on the side of the helmet. Look really, really good. Got the gold eyes. The fabric looks and feels very, very nice. The diamonds are all painted on the boots and the gloves really, really well. Something I did notice, isn't the buckle supposed to be black with the silver morpher? Like, I'll bring in the Green Ranger real quick. See how he had the black buckle with the gold morpher? Isn't that supposed to be like this on the Rangers too? So I'm not sure why it's all silver. I don't know if that's kind of nitpicky or if I'm even right. Feel free to let me know if that's accurate or not. But everything looks really good too. The holsters are separate in the box, so you do have to put those on. I just went and slipped them on because I felt like the figures look a little more complete. I love how you even see like the little buckles right here, or the clasps for when they put on the helmets. I think that's really cool too. Same thing with like the back of the boots here, how you see the diamond split, and on the gloves too. That's where the actual zippers are, how they would zip on the boots and the gloves. I think that's pretty cool and pretty accurate, so I do love stuff like that. You got the black feet, which is really nice. I know a lot of people, when it came to Lightning Collection, were like, how come the feet aren't black? Well, they're black here, so I think that's pretty cool too. I think this turned out really awesome. Moving on to the Yellow Ranger, again, this is a different buck, of course, from the men's, but it still looks really good. Again, I do love the materials used here. All the boots and gloves look really nice. Again, I'm not sure about the buckle. Again, feel free to let me know in the comments, but the helmet looks really good. I love the Saber-Tooth Tiger helmet, always one of my favorites. Again, I love the silver teeth. The bright silver paint that they use like on the mouthpieces all look very, very nice. It does look more accurate, in my opinion, too, where like, you know, some people might think this helmet, the helmet on the females look a little big. I think it's actually very accurate because it does feel like there's an actual person's head in there, especially with the women that had longer hair. So they had to bundle up all that hair under that helmet right there. So I think it looks really good. So I don't know. I think it worked out perfectly. Now we have Jason here, or if you want to call him Rocky, it's up to you. But it's definitely Jason. Again, the bright fabrics, the red fabrics look so good on this. I absolutely love this so much. Again, I just really love that detail right there. The helmet looks great. The helmet looks very accurate to the actual show. Unlike that first Lightning Collection helmet, which was very awkwardly shaped, I think this looks awesome. I love those little silver teeth around there. Again, that bright silver paint. I have a little accident straight out of the package. My seam kind of like starting to tear a little bit right here. That's straight out of the box. That's before I ever posed him or anything. So that looks to be a little issue with my particular set. But I mean, for me, it doesn't bother me too much. But so just be careful when you're stretching these things around and posing them and things like that. But he looks good as well. Now we have the Pink Ranger. I love this one a lot. First of all, the tone of pink is like perfect in my opinion. The helmet looks great. I always love the fact that she had the pink but like a little bit of white in there because it kind of gave it the more bird feel, because now it gives you those flow of those like wings and stuff of the pterodactyl, which looks really good. I think I love the soft goods skirt right here with a little bit of white lining throughout there. Just looks awesome, man. I love the way this turned out. Pink Ranger's always been one of my favorites. Kimberly was just so dope. Like, I'm sure like a lot of us, we had the biggest crush on Kimberly, man. I loved her so much. So that one came out great as well. And last, we're going to take a look at Billy here. Again, I love the blues. It just came out perfect. Love the helmet, the Triceratops helmet with the horns like that coming through. All look great. I do love the little bit of silver kind of lining the visor area right there. I think that looks great. Again, very accurate. Lots of companies, when they make this, or when they make Billy, they forget that little trim right there. I think it looks awesome. And then you got the gold eyes. This is actually probably be my favorite one of the 5-pack, even though I'm actually primarily a Jason fan. I think Billy, in my opinion, is the best one out of all 5 of these figures, and I'll kind of show you why as we burn through the accessories and things like that. Okay, so now let's talk accessories. So each figure does come with their own specific circular base stand, and I do love the fact this is exactly what I wanted when I was first talking about making these figures, that each base would be like their individual like dino coins. I think that's awesome. Those all look really, really good, and then each one, of course, do come with the clear articulated arms. We also do get individual hands. Each Ranger does come with their own specific set of hands. So when you do open the box, you'll see the hand little hands right beneath their specific figure. Technically, you could mix and match if you wanted to, but the hands are specific to the particular character, so I do like that a lot. We do get weapons like the Thunder Slinger, which I think is cool. It's such a unique weapon. I love the way that looks. It is technically like a Power Ranger slingshot, which is very interesting, but I love the sculpt of that. We only get 3. I'm not sure why we only get 3 and not 5. I don't understand why Mezco just didn't throw in a couple more so each Ranger could have their own, but I mean, what is what it is. We also do get the Power Blaster, or the Blade Blaster, I believe it's called. So we do get it, again, it's holstered mode like that, which you can just put inside the holster, which you've already seen me do. Then you could put it in a knife mode or blade mode, which is just sticking the little blade attachment into the barrel like that. Or you can actually pull the handle down, fold that top port, push that top port forward, and then get into blaster mode, which I think is very, very cool. And then you do get 5 of those, which is nice. So I'm glad we got 5 of those. Then you get a ton of blast effects and just different lasers for, like, again, the combined weapon, the individual blasters and stuff like that, even especially blast for the power axe. So really cool stuff. Again, just lots of accessories here. Moving on to the more individual weapons, we're going to start off with Zach here. So we, of course, do get his power axe, which is great. I love the detail on that. Again, I love how you'll be able to see like the individual like power logos, like the coin logos with the different dinos on there on each individual weapon. So that's really cool. But I also love how you can like pull the I don't know what you would call it, the handle part forward, so you can turn it into like its blaster cannon mode. I do think that's really awesome. We move on to Trini here. She does have her signature Psy, which is great. Again, you do get 2 of those. I love how they turned out as well. If we move on to Jason, we do get his Power Sword, which looks fantastic. Definitely one of my favorite, like, I don't know, in my opinion, one of the most iconic swords. It's like right up there with like He-Man's Power Sword and stuff like that, and Lion-O's, you know, Eye of Thundera sword and all that kind of stuff. So in my opinion, it's really, really iconic. We also do get this like powered version where it's like all red and the blade itself is like translucent red. I think that's really rad as well, man. So I do love how they came up with that. Moving on to Kimberly, we do get her power bow, which I think looks great. Again, it does actually have an actual string, which is really nice. I love the paint in the handle. Again, you see that tiny little like pterodactyl coin or emblem right there on the handle. That is such nice paint, nice attention to detail. So I think that came out really cool. Then you do get arrows for it. These are her signature arrows. You do get 3 of those. Those look really good as well. And then moving on to Billy, again, some of my favorite accessories. First of all, he comes with his anti-sonic foam gun. That is such a I think he'll use that for like 1 episode, but he does come with it. And I think it's really cool. I just think it's so fun that we actually got that. I'll probably never pose him with it. Maybe I will, I don't know. But it's just really cool. We also do get the actual foam effect that you can plug into that. That's really fun as well. So I think that's genius that he even came with that weapon. We also do, of course, get his power lance. We get him in the short versions like this, which look really cool. Again, they are pretty like pokey, so just try not to stab yourself with these because they will poke you, man. They do hurt pretty well. They also do get the extended version. Again, you get 2 of those as well, and those look really nice. They're just the extended versions where they make them a little longer, which is really nice. We also do get this tiny adapter piece where you can connect both the short versions or the long versions to have the full-on power lance. I think that's awesome. That is a very tiny little connector piece in the center. We only get the 1, so it's going to be really tricky because it's such a little piece, so I hope none of us actually lose it. So I kind of wish Mezco thrown in like a couple more just in case. And then you actually do get these like electricity pieces right here that you can plug on to the ends of the lance to have it a little more electrified. So again, it's crazy. I don't know what it is about Billy. Maybe maybe his favorite ranger is Billy, but I feel like Billy came with the most stuff, which is cool with me, man, because they went all out, and I genuinely appreciate it. We also do get the dragon armor here, which is very nice. We do get 2 of them because in the show, Jason, the Red Ranger, and the Black Ranger did wear the armor, so I guess you could have them both displayed with the armor. You only get the 2. But you technically can put it on any ranger, and it is, for the most part, looks like the same gold and the same as the one we got in the Green Ranger. This looks like a little bit of a darker gold compared to one in the Green Ranger, but it is what it is. But what I'm gonna do, again, since we're talking about Billy so much in this one right here, it does unstrap from only the one side. The other side is glued on, so you're gonna want to unstrap that, take the helmet off or head off, pop it on like so, and then you're gonna want to clasp it inside there. Make sure you kind of like line it up to where the peg is, and then kind of just give it a little push like that. Let's go ahead and pop the helmet back on, and then we actually do get the arm cuffs. So these will just slide right over the hands and gloves if you want to do something like that. Pop that on right there, push those up, and there you go. Now you have Billy with the dragon armor, which I think looks so dope, man. Again, technically you put it on any of the Rangers, probably more accurately, again, the Red and the Black Ranger, but I always thought Billy would look cool with it. The blue and the golds would look rad, and yeah, dude, I think that turned out amazing. Such a fun accessory. Okay, next, now let's talk about the unhelmeted head sculpts. We got one for each character here. So let's start off with Zach. His is kind of hit and miss. I will say, for the most part, I don't really like the expressions. They look a little too serious. I actually wish they were kind of like a little more smiling and playful in these unhelmeted expressions. But anyways, it looks okay. I do love the hair. I feel like it's a little too tall, a little too high of a haircut, but I can kind of see it, but it's not perfect. Trini's looks okay as well. She looks so serious. The hair, I think, looks really great too. Again, I just don't like the expressions. They're angry. Maybe some people like that. Maybe some people don't. I don't know. For me, they're not working for me. Jason's look pretty decent. I do like his. I can totally see the actor's face in that sculpt right there, honestly. So that is definitely one of the better ones. Kimberly, hers looks okay. I do like the hair, again, with the headband or hairband, whatever you want to call it. I can kind of see her likeness in there too, but it's not really super accurate. Again, Mezco's always been a hit or miss when it comes to like actor likenesses and those types of things. I think Billy's turned out great, man. Again, I don't know if there's something about the Blue Ranger in this set, but I think his looks the most accurate. I think his looks exactly like the actor. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. The only thing for me, I kind of wish he had his glasses. I know in the later seasons he didn't use his glasses. He's probably using contacts. But for this era, I kind of wish he had his glasses on. But other than that, it is a very good head sculpt. And then the last accessory here is going to be the combined weapon. This is awesome, dude. Now, it comes pre-combined. It even has the stretchy string on there too. Fully painted. You can't actually combine the other weapons. So this is the only way you're going to get the combined form, which is cool with me. I do love it. It's one sturdy piece. You can't take anything off here. Everything is pretty much like glued in place. So it is still really nice. I do love that a lot. And then you can plug in those different blaster effects to, make it look like you're shooting all the different 5 beams. But I love this, man. Again, I do love that it's actually pre-combined. Just makes it feel a lot more solid. So in my opinion, this is definitely the best accessory out of everything we get here. Okay, so now I'm going to show off the articulation here. I'm only going to use the Black Ranger to represent the guys, and I'll use the Yellow Ranger to represent the females. So the head and the neck are on separate ball pegs, so you got lots of good motion there, left and right. Up very far, that looks really nice, and down all the way that much, and then rock side to side. Arms can go all the way up like so, down that much, up and out that far. They're actually pretty tight. All the shoulders on are pretty tight. Rotation at the bicep, we got double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a double ball peg in the midsection, so that rolls around, turns left and right, crunches back and forth, pivots side to side, kicks up at the hips that far, back, not so much. Splits all the way out. We got those nice Van Damme splits right there. Rotation upper thigh. Double jointed knees where he kick himself in his own butt. We got a boot cut right there. Ankles around ball peg, rotate up and down, and a pretty decent ankle rocker. Now moving on to the females here. To note, this is using the Spider Gwen or Ghost Spider Buck, which is more of that seamless body underneath the soft goods here. I freaking love that Buck. That is the most articulated figure I've ever seen in my life. So I'm actually super stoked that they use this with the Power Ranger females right here. So again, the head is on a double ball pegs, rotate left and right, up and down, all that kind of good stuff, rock side to side. Arms are plastic, so that goes all the way up, down, up and out, very, very far. Rotation shoulder, bicep, double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. The seamless body is from the upper chest all the way down to like just above the thigh area. The knees down are all plastic as well, and the arms are plastic. So all of this is that more seamless body. So you can crunch back very, very far. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna take this off. It could probably even go even more. Crunch forward, all the way forward. I mean, it is nuts, dude. You know, rotate, pivot side to side. I mean, it's pretty tight, but you can do it. Hips, I can kick all the way forward and up that far. Back, all the way like that. We can do the splits out that far, which is pretty good. You can rotate at the thigh. We got double jointed knees. Almost kick yourself in our own butt. Rotation at the boot there. Ankles, ball pegs, up, down, side to side. Decent ankle rockers. So overall, man, again, I freaking love this book. You can really get some crazy articulation out of the females. The men are very good as well. But this new female seamless book is great. Again, especially once it's under soft goods, so you can't really see it. You don't got to worry about tears or nothing like that. So I just love it, man. The articulation works very well on all of these figures. So for a quick size comparison, here they are sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here they are sitting next to their Power Rangers Lightning Collection counterparts. And for even more Power Ranger comparison, here they are sitting next to their SH Figuarts counterparts. And for even more comparison, here they are sitting next to the Mezco 112 Collective Green Ranger and White Ranger. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco Power Rangers. Now, starting off with the negatives here, these are by no means perfect. The unhelmeted heads can be hit and miss. I think Billy's is definitely the best, but all of them are questionable. That comes with Mezco territory. I do have that little tear in the soft goods of my Red Ranger, so that's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but other than that, you know, maybe the buckle not being black for some reason, that's kind of a minor nitpick, but anyways, all the articulation works very well on all the men, but the female articulation is insane. I love the buck that Mezco's been using for them. I want more people to check that out. I really, really do mean that. It is so well done. All of the accessories are insane. I love all the different blast effects and the different weapons. I love things like the power blaster that I can actually transform into like the blaster mode and the knife mode. I love all the individual weapons, especially Billy, man. I mean, he comes with so much stuff. It's very, very cool. I love the stands, how they have the individual dino coins. That's awesome as well. And this is a crazy set, man. Especially pair them up with the Green Ranger, the true 6th MMPR Ranger, you know, not the White Ranger. The Green Ranger is the original True 6 character, but I love it, man. These are so cool. This is probably definitely the last Mighty Morphin set I'll ever really need. I'm just glad Mezco did it. These are a lot of fun. Very cool characters. Again, a ton of stuff in this box set, and in my opinion, a definite must get. So be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.